Worst. Motherfuckers never love us. Fucking never love us. You ain't know now, you know now. Phone about to go ham in this video. People, let's go. The video is here. Yes, the people have been waiting patiently. Yes, the people. From PMs to on YouTube to PMs on Facebook fan page. By the way, keep up to date with your boy when I'm reading, when I'm watching, what these eyeballs are witnessing, okay? Link below, check it out. Great times, fun times, asking questions. If I don't get back to you quickly enough, just to let you know, I will, okay? Just, I got a life. I gotta get this paper, this bread, you know what I'm saying? But people, link below, check it out. I went 1% ham on this topic that I'm doing in this video, okay? 1%. But in this video, I'm going full 100. Nothing more, nothing less. But before I do, the glasses. Woo! Take these bad boys off. People, if you don't know, now you know. When the glasses come off, I am the trillest. About to go the fullest in this video. Just be prepared. You have been warned. To the people on a certain website, and I'm talking about Anime News Network. Not all, some. The people know who you are. These people have the audacity to come out on some ignorant shit. They said some stupid stuff. And these guys should not be allowed to talk ever again. I'm talking about Leonardo DiCaprio and Iron Man. Shut that shit down. Shut all that shit. Lock it up. Iron Mask. Straight prison, lock him up. Okay, you ain't a prince no more. I'm taking your throne. Just straight like that. Raw. These guys came out and said Tomino, the legendary creator behind Mobile Suit Gundam, he's irrelevant. Do you understand what you just said? He's irrelevant, trying to be relevant again. If you don't understand what you just said, let me explain to you. Let me fucking expose you and break it down to 1 + 1 = 2. Do you understand what this man has brought to the table, to the robot genre? Do you know how many series structure for Mobile Suit Gundam try to be like characters from the series like Amuro Ray and Char? Do you know how many robot series? Too many to count. He's a pioneer. He's one of the pioneers to change the whole game in the robot genre. Out there with Mazinger Z, Shingetsu, Gigantor, fucking Astro Boy. He has changed the game. Do you know how much revenue Mobile Suit Gundam makes, bro? He is set for life. He will always be relevant. Just because he came out and said his opinions and thoughts about Hajime Isayama's work, and you guys want to be butthurt and dick suck and be denial on Attack on Titan, be fanboys and not fucking look at the bigger picture, you want to say some ignorant shit to an icon, to a legendary creator, okay? From spin-offs to canon stuff, Mobile Suit Gundam is big, is huge, okay? Please stop, okay? Mobile Suit Gundam will never die, okay? This motherfucker has brought shit to the table, okay? Get your weight up. Get your mind right. I digress. Anyways, Tomino, from the creator from Mobile Suit Gundam, came out and expressed his opinions on Attack on Titan and Hajime Isayama's work. And from what he said, Tomino, I gotta expose you, bro. Certain things, the small things, I agree, but most of what you say is very, very close-minded, and I have to disagree. I gotta expose you, bro. What you said, it does not compute with my fucking mind. Like, you came out, like, first of all, how can you judge a series if you did not read? You judge it off the artwork from business pieces that you've seen. Because, and also you judge Hajime off an interview on TV. You just, you came out and said, I already knew what it's all about. Just based off the interview and what I see on TV. It's like, you don't know him. You don't really know him. You don't know from a can of paint. And like, if I had that same mentality, that closed my mentality, the series I read and seen, I probably would not even fucking seen or read because I had that mentality. Oh, the art, like, oh my god, you just judging the book by the cover. For what I seen of the art, like, I don't want to look, oh, it's shit, like, oh my god, oh, like, I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna take time out of my day and really sit down and read the series, okay? It's other elements that make a great series, from characters to story to fights and blah blah blah, depending on what genre it is. It's a lot of elements, okay? Art plays a big part, but there's all elements to bring that shit up and to combine and make a great series. It's like you came out and said, like, you stated, you don't even want to talk about the series but you did anyway, and let alone read it, which you haven't. You haven't sat down and read it to give a full opinion to even judge it, okay? And I talking about little first chapter, I'm talking about really read it, okay? Really read it, okay? And you came out and talked about the art, which I agree on certain parts, like the art is rough. People, I came out and said Hajime's work, Attack on Titan is rough. It should be cleaned up, okay? It can be gritty at the same time cleaned up. I have gotten people into Attack on Titan. They even said like, yo, it's rough, especially at the high action scene. It's like really rough. It's hard to like distinguish what's going on because it's so rough. It should be cleaned up. But Hajime has came a long way because his one-shot manga, oh my god, if you guys have seen Hajime's one-shot manga, it's like Hajime got a piece of paper, he pulled down his pants, wiped his ass, and placed it on the table, and he's like, yo, that's my one-shot. But I gotta respect him because he came out in his one shot and said, yo, my art is horrific. You don't have to tell me it's shit. I know it's horrible, but there's potential because the story was there. It was there. But there was potential, okay? But the art was horrific to look at. It was like, yo, what am I looking at? This shit is chicken shred. It's like a kindergarten drew this. What is this? Did the magic school bus came around and just write this shit? Like, yo, this is horrific. Okay? But the story was there and I got past it. I mean, I have seen a lot of bad art, but there's story and there's characters that make it up, and there's other things that make up the elements of the fucking series and make up for it, okay? When it comes to anime too, animation, like come on, let's stop it, Tomino. Let's stop it, okay? Hajime has came a long way, and he said he even said he came a long way. He preferred his Attack on Titan manga now than what he came out with that one shot. But Tomino came out and said like the art is crude, grotesque, and comparable to pornographic. It's pornograph. Like if you think Attack on Titan is like pornographic, I wonder what your thoughts is on Fairy Tail. Like if you think Attack on Titan is pornographic, the art is rough. Okay, it should be cleaned up. And also to mention this, I don't understand how people can come out and say like Before the Fall is shit art style, okay, but Attack on Titan art style is better than Before the Fall, even though Before the Fall is gritty and it's cleaned up and it's way better art than Attack on Titan manga, okay? And like people, do you know what great art even? Are you blind? Do you know what great art even looks like to come out and say like, oh my god, like you must be on Hajime's dick and denial to even think about Hajime art is better than Before the Fall, even though Before the Fall is very dark and gritty and cleaned up. Okay, it's easy to see and read. Okay, but I digress. But Tomino, I wonder what your thoughts is on Fairy Tail. If you think Attack on Titan is like pornographic, like it's porn, like really, and you haven't read it, and you just seen shit like art from on TV screens and a little here and there. You haven't really read it, and it's crude and comparable to pornographic, but you haven't read it. Tomino, please stop, bro. Please stop. Don't be closed-minded. Do not be that closed-minded. Sit down and read it. Judge it. Actually, really judge it. Read it. Sit down. Read it. Okay? But he came out and said how, Hajime, he's like, yo, because, Hajime, if you didn't know, in his interviews, he had a rough time. He was bullied. He write a lot of shit that happened in his life in his manga series. And, Tom was like, yo, it's fine to do that, but is he writing the series for himself or for the readers? It's like, Tomino. Hajime came out and said in an interview like he changed the ending because the popularity money was booming and is jumping in popularity money, and he didn't want the fans. He didn't want to betray the fans because the ending he had was crazy. But the people should know because since Jump Street, I even said it like, yo, nobody is safe in Attack on Titan. Nobody. Not even the main characters, nobody. Okay, so the ending he had, I was like, okay. I mean, as long as it's done right, I had no problem because nobody's safe. I would expect it from the series like this, like everybody gets to get bopped, which everybody does get bopped. Okay, but he changed the ending and he didn't want to go with the ending. But to say that is he writing a series for himself or the fans? I mean, he really cared for the fans and he really cared about that money. I mean, come on. Okay, I mean, and if I remember right, you was depressed too. Shit happened in your life, and it showed in your work in Mobile Gundam. You came out in interviews like, yo, you depressed at one point in your life while making Mobile Gundam. I forgot which series that he was making at the time. He was depressed, but after that depression, he made Turn A Gundam, which is more uplifting and not depressed. Okay, it's more like more lights. Okay, and with Mobile Suit Gundam, especially Universal Century, before Turn A Gundam, it's a lot of death, war, colonies. You get Xeon and Federation. It's a lot of shit going down. A lot of characters getting bopped, killed. There's love here and there, love triangles, and just a lot of stuff is going down in Universal Century, which it's not bad. It's actually good because it's done right. It's actually really good. A lot of characters here and there, and as long as it's good, if you want to put your life experience in your manga, okay, but don't get too overboard and lose track of the characters and the story and in the whole series. As long as you keep the structure, as long as you keep the series for what it is and not go overboard and be good, I'm fine. As long as it's good, I don't mind. As long as shit's good. If it's shit, then what the fuck are you doing? But as long as it's good, I don't mind. Okay? And even though Thomas says like it has bad drawing, okay, Hajime does work hard. He works hard, and it's like Tom, you like this whole thing, this whole interview and what you say is very close-minded. How can you judge Attack on Titan manga if you haven't sat down and read it for yourself? You judge it off a little arts here and there, and you judge Hajime Isayama based off an interview that you saw on TV. Like from what I saw in the interview, I know what character he is and what type of person he is. Like no, Tomino, no. No, Tomino, no. I gotta expose you for that, man. I love Mobile Suit Gundam, especially spin-offs here and there, but especially Universal Century. That unicorn, though. That unicorn. People, I see you guys later. That's my thoughts on the situation. I'm telling them like, yo, I agree about the art, about how rough and it should be cleaned up, but the whole grotesque and pornographic and blah blah blah. And like, how can you judge it if you haven't read it for yourself? Like, and you want to judge a person based off of envy that you saw it, but you haven't talked to the person, Tomino, like, come on, bro, do better, come on. But to the people on Anime News Network, you are, please stop. Tomino's irrelevant, trying to be relevant again. Please stop. Shut the fuck up. Iron Mask, Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm out.